It's April 8th, Wednesday, 2015, and we are recording our third episode of our Light Talk program. As you know, it's not possible for me to record it every single day. I thought it to be, but yes, on divine time. So I will be going again and answering all the questions. Actually, try to answer because I don't have answers to all the questions, but I simply share with what worked for me, what worked for me, and I believe would work for you as well. I'm still trying to figure out the voice and the visual, so thank you for being very patient with me. Okay, so we have the question is from a friend Amita from India. She writes, Narmada, you mentioned sacred geometry, and the other day I just bought a Sri Yantra on impulse from a stall I was passing by. Would like to know what the way to work with a Sri Yantra. Are there any do's and don'ts to it? Many thanks. Mm. The sacred geometry, symbols, mandalas are very, very sacred, and Sri Yantra is one of the very, very special ones. Now, I don't think that I'm some kind of authority to tell you how to work with the Sri Yantra, but in one sentence, what I would say is Sri Yantra is the embodiment of the macrocosm of a human in the physicalized form, and that too totally integrated. Sounds too vast. Um, the question is vast as well. I think I'll stop there, and I hope this sentence inspires you a bit. Venkatesha writes, when we use the Portal of Grace MP3 recording for space clearing, is it enough if we play only the left brain transmission? Kindly clarify. It would be great if you play the entire MP3, but if you don't have time, then just go ahead with the transmission, the right brain transmission. That part of the MP3 which is just pure transmission, not the linear mind transmission. Okay. This one is again from Venkatesha. He writes, there have been innumerable UFO sightings. I feel that the beings inside these UFOs do not belong to the category of our crisis ET brothers and sisters. Am I right? Well, yes, there have been many sightings regarding the UFO, not only right now, at this point, in 2015, but has always been there. There have been many documented cases of authentic UFO sightings and the not so authentic UFO sightings. Mm. So, are they just regular ETs or the Christed ET? Those, you see, there are two kinds of ETs actually. One whose technology is evolved, but their consciousness is not so evolved. Another one whose consciousness is evolved, and so does the technology. Alright? So, simply by the virtue of their being seen on the planet at this point, it is not a good idea to comment on them as to be Christed or not Christed. In other words, good or not so good. Okay? So, use the discernment. By the fruits you shall know them, as they say. You will meet so many teachers, but by the fruits you shall know them. You will meet so many people, so many light workers. By the fruits you shall know them. A person may play very nice and all of that and spiritual and even religious sometimes, but by the fruits you shall know them. Okay? So that's about it. I don't know how long was the recording. I think it's hardly 2 minutes here. Let me see if there are more questions to Sue. Yes, we have this one is from a friend Kajal. She writes, I have one light talk question. Why we are born when we don't need to follow rules? We don't need to bother what people think about you. What's the very purpose of coming to Earth? Can't reach God natural world. God is as much here, right here, right now, as much God needs to be reached, so to speak. It's both ways. The polarities work both ways. So, and your question as well regarding following a tradition, the value of the tradition, because traditions have been given to us by our ancestors, having some significant rules to it, having some significant science behind it, not just the sake of tradition for the sake of following, but for the sake of really um, following it so that it benefits you. Mm. I will not take the time to really go into it, but what I would say is your inner teacher knows the best, alright? And God can be reached in the physical world as much as in the astral, mental, or any other subtle worlds you know about, believe about. The very purpose of coming to earth is know thyself, knowing that joy, that absolute space of love, peace, and harmony. Alright? So let's see another one. She writes, okay, this one is a testimony from a friend Komal. She writes, just attended the orientation one of the well transmission series, and it was a powerful experience full of love and immense joy. Can still feel a beautiful veil of love and golden joy surrounding my being. Immense gratitude, dear Narmada. Thank you so much, Komal, for the heartfelt testimonial. God bless you. Everyone, this MP3 is available on our YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com and look for Narmada Space Akshat, and you will find a lot of the MP3s there. I think that's it for now. So, bye everyone. Thank you for joining in. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed night. Bye bye.